Hey guys, little quick introduction to what I'm gonna start shooting a little more film on. Uh, so we have got for the channel a new piece of equipment, and we are gonna bring to you the new Canon um, G70 Vixia HF G70. Okay, a lot of the big reviews on the G50, how good it is as far as low light and stuff like that. It's a solid camera, so we ought to be able to bring a little bit cleaner content, a little better footage throughout the season. That being said, this G70 is supposed to be able to directly feed a computer, a PC, a laptop, whatever, your footage, kind of like a live view and a few other features, I believe. We'll come back. We're going to do a review after a few weeks of use. We're going to do a little bit of footage and show you what all we've gathered from it and see what you guys think about that footage. Now, what I got in the box is what I'm going to show you, and this is what we're going to start with. Of course, we got the camera itself, the G70. Immediately, it's a nice flat, kind of rougher surface, a little bit easier to hold on to. Um, it's got the little rocker switch here on top for zoom. It's got auto and manual focus. The cool thing with this is it's got a nice big LCD screen to look at while you're recording. A couple SD card slots. You can either run a backup or two for extra space, or you can even run them in a sequence where when one's done, the next one takes over, stuff like that, as far as I understand. Okay. Uh, but just looking at this, very clean camera. Everything looks great. Fits in my hand well. It's got a DC plug-in for charging. Then it's got a HDMI. It's got for the mic, the remote, and just like the G50, it's got this spot here on top where we can put that external mic right on the camera, make it a little bit easier to use. And what did come with the camera is this little lens here. This is going to be perfect for the hunting scenario. You can keep this glare down. Little switch on the side, then you can just shutter this thing open and close it off. Maybe you won't get fog. Maybe you won't get that glare and something spot you. And then it come with a single battery and the actual charger itself in the box. Um, I did get a couple little cleaning supplies with it, little air bursts and stuff like that to keep the cracks and crevices clean, especially if we're going to be hunting with it. And I've got a couple extra batteries on the way, so I'll do a review on those batteries because they're just a little off-brand. So we'll see how well they perform versus the, regular battery. And after this, we'll show you some footage from the camera, and we'll see what you think about the new Canon G70.
Okay, right here is a 60 frame per second. I've got a little bit of zoom on. First look at the G70. Here's a few clips. So check out the zoom here. Now it is a 20 zoom 4K. We're still in 60 feet per second. And excuse my shaky tripod as I'm just getting used to the camera. Um, and then next, a couple more clips. This is through a window, kind of like breaking up with glass of the clarity. And you can see there, super clear still. That's about 200 yards away where these birds are at. Big guy there, gorgeous bird. And then here's a couple more birds. I've actually upgraded the scale a little bit where you can see just a little bit closer, and the camera did not lose any clarity. So that is awesome. And so what I did notice about this camera is that the auto stabilization works very well as far as autofocus and manual focus. And there is my first zoom in with the very zoom and about how quick it comes from the factory. So that's going to work well in what I'm going to use it for as far as a hunting scenario. Um, And again, I mean, picture quality is great, but this is the first frame at 30 feet per second. And as you can see, you're not losing a whole lot of quality. And again, this is me walking still on 30 frames per second and just showing the auto stabilization as I walk, how everything just moves really smooth with this camera. And I've got it on a monopod arm, and it just does really well while you're walking. So this is going to work well for maybe even the first person view while we're going in to hunt. And of course, I'm about to show you this beautiful view at the top of the rock here and show you the zoom on this. These are the beautiful Tennessee mountains here. Little river down below, showing you about how the zoom looks at full zoom. And then I zoom in on this other part of the river, and you can actually see the ripples in the water, which is pretty amazing to me. And then you've seen how it auto-focused in, and that thing works phenomenal. But here's the first look at the G70, and we will be bringing you more soon.